You're listening to the Rock and Roll Alternative, and with us in the studio this evening are Johnny and Joey from the Ramones. Greetings, guys.
Hi, good to be here.
Welcome to the show. So tell me something. What do you think when you come into a town like Dallas? Your show sells out almost immediately, and your shows have been selling out all over the country very, very quickly, and you're getting only a modicum of airplay,
Well, it's frustrating, but we definitely have the most loyal and dedicated fans of any band in the music business, and that's what kind of keeps you going, That's what makes it all worthwhile for you, and throughout the years, seeing our audience broaden, like we get from very young kids, like 12, 13, to we're getting the heavy metal fanatics now, like kids into, Ted Nugent, Aerosmith, Black Sabbath, Van Halen, people like that, and then in their 20s, 30s, and up. So it's rough, but but at least we have our dignity, and we have our high ideals, and we're respected.
You'd like to see the disc jockeys be able to keep rock and roll alive, just from a fan's point of view, even. It's up to them to try to push rock and roll, but I guess it's hard. It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah. Are the Ramones going to be around for a long time?
Well, we just signed another 5-year contract, so
We don't want to deprive the world,
nice to get an even dozen in,
When you came out of Forest Hills in 75, and at the time, bands like Styx and Yes, Led Zeppelin ruling the airwaves, you were pretty different, really something off in left field, I remember. And it seems like more and more bands are, I don't know if they're stealing from you or if the style's becoming popular or what.
Well, we definitely revolutionized rock and roll music in '76 and changed rock and roll music for the better in '76, and it's caught on all over the world, and
a lot of kids got inspired. They felt like they were seeing something that they liked and that they wanted to do too, and that they felt like they could do something like it. They didn't have to be playing for 20 years and things like that, because that's not what rock and roll's all about. You should feel like you can just go out and buy a guitar and do it.
That's how Elvis did it. But I mean, these kids that John's talking about are the likes of The Clash and Elvis Costello and all these people that are making it now, like when we went to England, '76, and there was nothing prior to it. And the new sound of music now is, what we're doing. And the big bands are changing too, for the better, I guess, like Ted Nugent, people like that, they're definitely going more in a straighter rock sense and, 40-minute guitar solos and stuff like that. Though there are plenty of them still,
Yeah, one of the things I think you guys really brought into play was simplistic tunes again. 2-minute songs. And,
yeah, I think even major groups have shortened their songs a little bit and tried to put a little bit more songs on the album. I think,
even like
became a little more conscious of it. Because at the time, I remember all the major groups were having like 4 songs on a side and writing, all the songs for 5 minutes with 4 songs on each side. And I think they were just getting lazy about it, going into the studio and just writing a riff and then doing it for 5 minutes, and that's how their songs would be. They weren't really getting into writing a song.
Let's do some more drugs and write another song.
They were just getting there and jam and put words to it. But I think everybody became a little more song conscious now.
So the Ramones will not be accused of jamming, huh?
No, we don't jam. We like just to get them play our songs.
Well, back in those heavy rock-infested days, how did you guys ever get together?
Well, we grew up together. We lived in the same block. We were friends since like junior high school. It's something like we always wanted to do. We always wanted to be in a band, and we finally decided to do it. And we decided just to not do the things that we weren't liking about other bands that were up there, like sets that were too long, songs that were too long, the speeches that they would make up there. Why don't you all get up? Why don't you clap your hands? If the audience wants to do that stuff, then they can just do it. You don't have to make them do it. Just try to avoid all that stuff. Phony glitter images, and when they wouldn't dress like that normally, they weren't really being themselves. They would get up there and we decided to be ourselves, wear the things that we were wearing, and have a group image. Yeah, we started playing CBGBs in August 1974. It was the first time we played, and we started there.
In just about every city, whether it be major or what, there's like a good, healthy club scene now, and there's a lot of new clubs springing up all over the country, Back when we started, there was nowhere to play. Just to find CBGBs was lucky on our part, And and everything else, I guess disco was big in those days, but now all the discos have turned into like new wave rock clubs or
that or
rock
country and
discos
western
or whatever. Really, Well,
So-
even country and western's healthier than what was going on before that. You know?
Are you surprised looking back that you've made it to this point, signing a renewal on a contract, 6 albums?
I mean, our thinking changed quickly. I think at first we were just doing it just for the fun of it, but then soon after we thought that we had something, and that we were going to become big right away. So I thought by now we'd be very big.
Well, there's a lot of people out there that think you are.
Yeah, we're in the in-between state, you know, like sort of big.
Right, well, we're just about on the hump, you know.
I mean, I thought it would be huge because I thought we had something, and I thought maybe, hey, you know, maybe originality counts, but you know, it only counts for a small minority of the people. You know, most of the people don't want originality; they want it to be the same. They want something that sounds very familiar to them.
We tried to be like Led Zeppelin, but
Just didn't work. Do you really believe in your hearts that you're going to be a big hit band someday on the radio with all your Foreigners and Totos and all this?
well, I believe it. You know, it's just I
don't think so, but
think it's in our favor, really. You know, I think if we stick it out, it will happen. You know.
it's a possibility that you could have a hit, or you at least get an album that gets played maybe a lot on FM stations. And there are people who became big without even having hits.
Fleetwood
Uh,
Mac, you know, were a big cold band at one time.
That's
you know?
true.
Frank Zappa.
Zappa's
Didn't have
a
hit,
very
and
good
he
example.
became big, and just he managed to get a lot of FM play, and all that's possible.
Neil Young and people like that.
I mean, our last album got played a lot more than probably all our other albums even put together, and this one will probably get played more on each album. You know, you start getting accepted. They start saying, "Oh, here's the Ramones album. I guess the Ramones aren't going to go away. They're going to always be here." You know, and they play you. You know, so it's, you know, things keep picking up.